Hello, and welcome back to another Avatar: The Last Airbender traditional draft. It's been a while since we've played best of three, and we've got blue cards. Four blue cards that are pretty enticing. I think Lost Days and Hama are probably the best. I'm going to take Spirit Water Revival anyways. The thing is, in blue, you typically end up with enough card advantage. And Spirit Water Revival is a good way to die, in my experience. You pay it for 9 water bending mana total. I think it is actually going to have a lower game in hand win rate than Lost Days. Let's take Lost Days. Let's be responsible. That's the best card. All right. Rewarded, because we picked up a lesson, and Accumulate Wisdom is going to love having lessons in our graveyards. The downside of that last pack is we did pass 3 enticing blue cards, including an enticing blue rare. I think most people are going to look at Spirit Water Revival and want to play it. What we'll do here is pick up Accumulate Wisdom. I think it is the highest upside card here. Watery Grasp is the best if you don't get enough lessons for this, but we can build around this. So let's take it. Allies at Last, also not bad. Don't blame anyone for taking that out of that pack. Here, it's probably going to be Airbending Lesson that goes with Accumulate Wisdom. And Earth Kingdom Protectors doesn't have anything to protect yet. Raucous Audience, I don't mind playing in green-blue. If we can get Ostrich Horses, that makes for a nice combo. But Airbending Lesson is one of the nicest lessons you can use in multiples because it's common to get Accumulate Wisdom out there. It affects the board. It can kill token creatures. And it can power up first-time flyers and stuff like that. Watery Grasp is the best card here. So we're going to continue taking blue cards. North Pole Gates could wheel. And we're going to have to ignore a Lightning Strike. Okay, well, that's why you can kind of ignore Spirit Water Revival. Water Bending Lesson is going to be another lesson for Accumulate Wisdom. We typically don't need to pick it up this early, but we're not missing out on a white card here. Fire Sages I've come down a lot on since the first week of this set. It still is good in red, but we would have to give something up to switch to red at this point. If we end up with a lot of clue tokens, I don't mind picking up a water skin here. Otherwise, this largely does not get played. Barrels is also something I've come around to in decks that need to waterbend. We don't have any Benevolent River Spirit. The only waterbending we're doing right now is with Waterbending Lesson. And I guess Watery Grasp. So let's take barrels first. Only clue token generation we have right now is Lost Days. Hama. We get a chance at Hama. There's one in the first pick, but I doubt that will wheel. Assume that and the Spirit Water Revival will be taken, and maybe we can wheel the first time flyer, which I would not mind at all with all the lessons we have going on. So let's take this. White seems pretty dry. Pretending Poxbears is not great. Black might actually be open. And this is the last pick before we see what wheels. Just the black cards aren't great. I guess we'll take... We could take a Musicians. Or we could take Fire Nation Cadets because it does well with the lesson theme. Let's take Fire Nation Cadets. I don't think we're really missing out on much here. Wandering Musicians. And Hama does wheel. That's the one that wheels. So first time flyer was taken here. Spirit Water Revival. Lost Days was taken by us. And there's one other blue card. Maybe like a Watery Grasp or something. We'll take 2 Hamas. So now we're pretty interested in water bending. Pretty interested. High Bay or Merchant? Let's take High Bay because it could be played for white mana. Yeah, white has just been entirely closed so far. This is not a good card. This is a lesson, so we'll take it. Not a great lesson. And let's go back and look at what was taken. See if there were any good white cards. Period. Okay, the deserters were taken. Otter Penguin was taken over Merchant of Many Hats in High Bay. Sold Out was taken. Green, blue, red. Fire Sages. Okay. Look, if red is the open color, I was going to say we would play it. And then we see Fire Nation Drill. Do we have to just play that? We would give up Fire Sages and Fire Nation Cadets, but we have Callus. That would make it easier to play these Hamas. Black has seemed pretty open. Sold Out was taken previously. Then no black cards. Then Wolfbat and Deadly Precision. Then Azula Always Lies and Sold Out. So there might be two other black drafters. Callus and Spectre taken after that. That being said, this card is so good. This is a top 5 card in the set. I think we do take it anyways. Hope to wheel Fire Nation Engineer. We probably won't wheel that or the Swamp Snare Trap. Abandoned Attachments. Airship Engine Room. Might be alright. Oh, and then we pick up Water Tribe Rallier. Alright, this is where we struggle. No, we have enough. We have enough card advantage. This is a good card, but it's not Fire Nation Drill good. Let's take a Callus Inspector. We care about water bending quite a bit, so Callus Inspector is good. It's a 1-drop, and if it dies, we still have a clue token left over to water bend with. Teo has no flyers. I don't mind playing Teo. It's just we have no flyers right now. Literally 0. What is this? Bonus sheet. Release to memory. Exile target opponent's graveyard. Create a 1/1 spirit creature token. Not a flyer, just a straight up 1/1. That doesn't seem too playable. I think it's got to be Guitar Bending Prodigy. I would have liked Watery Grasp. I hope that Kyoshi Battlefiend wheels. I know that we have a desperate need for 2-drops. This is 2 bodies for water bending. Well, let's take Katara. See where that lands us. Borderline unplayable. I guess if you had a way to mill your opponent like Paku, you can maybe do something with that. I love the Fire Nation Warship. I love it, and there's not a great blue or black card here. These are D's at best. Guru is going to be great in our deck. We have so many lessons for him to go grab. If we do play Azula Always Lies, that's 4 lessons already. I guess the downside is that black has bad lessons, though. And we don't necessarily end up with a bunch more lost days. If we do, we're very happy to pick up Guru. He still is the pick here. There's another Callus Inspector, or we take Serpent's Pass. I think we take an actual card. I would like Serpent's Pass. And we'll gladly take a Corrupt Court Official. We have no Deadly Precisions yet, but with a Corrupt Court Official and 3 Callus Inspectors, we'd be glad to play them. Barrels can go over here. We're absolutely desperate for removal. We can play it. Yep. Just another corrupt court official. Let's take up Pox Bears. We don't love it. Clue tokens for Water Skin. Fire Nation Worship when it dies. Lost Days. 3 Callous Inspectors when it dies. I almost want the Water Skin. We can't take that over an actual 2-drop. And we only have 2 so far. Removal. Are we desperate enough for removal that... Do we like Lungfeng here even? Maybe. Maybe. I don't like either of these. We'll take the Peddlers, I guess. Green, white. Don't want to play the Ruffians. We'll take it just in case. And there's a Swamp Snare Trap. Can go in our removal pile if it needs to. Bossing Say is very powerful. We're not going to be able to play it. Let's take Katara. First time flyer is going to be great. This is legendary, so we can't play more than 1 at a time. And something black might wheel here. I don't want to play TLA Indoctrination or 2 Swamp Snare Traps or Wolf Bat. So I'm hoping first time flyer makes it all the way through. But it probably won't. Let's cut Pirate Peddlers first. Hope we can get there without it. I'm going to put 1 Swamp Snare Trap in our removal pile. No, I think I might actually like the barrels. With the water bending we do here, with the double black here, the double black here, double blue here, and Callous Inspectors, where as long as you have correct colors of mana, you can sneak these in with 2 drops. Pox Bears, this is a lesson for Accumulate Wisdom, but these are so bad. Do we like Platypus Bear? Lesson cards in the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. We didn't not end up adding any lessons from the last pack. I think still we'll play a Platypus Bear. Epic Downfall is great. We'll pick that up. That is going to slot in nicely, and at the bare minimum, be an upgrade for Swamp Snare Trap. Cat Gator, my Guru, number 2. Guru's not looking super enticing because we really pattered out on lessons after the first like 8 picks, where half of them were lessons. I think we got like our first 4 lessons in the first 6 picks. We really have not seen more. We have double blue for Guru, but if we cut Guru, Cat Gator is the thing that we can do. I think we just don't have the lessons to play that or accumulate wisdom. So it kills me, but we're going to get rid of accumulate wisdom. And we're going to pick up Messenger Hawk. And here we'll take a merchant. Platypus Bear also can get cut. What do we think about Judy? I really don't typically like Judy outside of the Tools of War deck. The black-white, I have a billion ways to sacrifice deck. We'll take it. It might be an upgrade over some of our stuff. I don't think we're playing Tundra Tank. It's traditional draft. We could want more removal to be sided in. We have enough 2-drops. Let's take a Geyser Leaper here. Don't think we play Vindictive Warden or Hog Monkey, but Vindictive Warden is more likely to be played with all these clues to crack with Firebending mana. Okay, average blue-black deck here. I think we can build it correctly, responsibly, play well, and get there. This isn't incapable of getting a 3-0 result. Let's keep Azula Always Lies. We have 3 Callous Inspectors, so I'm more interested in playing it than normal. Barrels of Blasting Jelly lets us be a bit more greedy with our mana. Play 10 Swamps for Cat Gator. So I think I do actually like it because it's also fulfilling the role of removal, even though we're not really fixing for anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fire Nation Drill is removal as well, technically. As is Cat Gator. So I think we are good here on removal with Epic Downfall. We can maybe cut down Swamp Snare Trap then. Merchant has Judy, can probably be cut as well. Or are we getting just a Surveil? We're not making any tokens. For 7 early drops. All the amount of 3 drops. This doesn't look too irresponsible. We do have some card advantage. And Hama, I think, is going to kind of determine how strong our deck looks in a number of games. If we mill something real cool from the opponent's deck and get to play it, we might be big chillin', looking cool with our Lost Days, in control, in charge. And then if we mill something stupid and essentially play a 5-mana 3/3 vanilla, it's gonna look dumb. So first match will be against Mendo Coach. Screenshot of the deck here. This is totally keepable. Just Callous Inspector to affect the board so far, but opponent did have to mulligan. That's nice for us. We'll attack here, get damage in. We could chomp, make a clue token, but we've got 4 lands. I really don't think you need to chump this early on with Callous Inspector unless you need that clue token to hit a land. Alright, Messenger Hawk will smooth things out a little bit. We'll be able to waterbend with our 2 artifacts here next turn. Attack for 4, presumably. He has a good root. And he hits Airbending Lesson. That's pretty good. It's kind of what I had in mind when we were first drafting. That is so many lands. Two, 6. We have 1 island left in this entire deck. Of these 26 cards, only 1 is an island. something we can do if we find that we're flooding too much off the blue tokens, off Callous Inspectors and Fire Nation Warship and Cat Gator, then we can run a what's it called? The waterbendy 4/3 flyer guy. Whatever his name is. Let's crack the barrels here, I guess. Blow up Guru? Or really even blow up Rebellious Captives before it explodes? Don't want him putting... We could have attacked with this first. Missing out on damage there. I was thinking about sacking the clue token. And decided better, because you can make Rebellious Captives into a 4/4 this turn. Also, maybe sitting back with the Messenger Hawk would have been the right thing to do, because it becomes a 2/3. We're at 11. Yeah. Okay. Rewind. Replay that turn. What we should have done is attack with Callous Inspector, sack to high bay, leave Messenger Hawk back. So we're taking 8 damage here, down to 3 health. Down to 2 health. And then he can pump team next turn. I think we're dead. I mean, we play Hama and see what happens. Next turn, we could play Lost Days in High Bay. If we get into a position we can actually survive. I guess we're dead here. In case we've got daily quests, let's double block. Water Geyser Labor, that's his name. I don't think we can cut early game. Just run it back, hope to draw us lands, and play better. Yeah. It's keepable. Alright, we'll chill back here and threaten to block. If he has Yipiep or Air Bending Lesson, he does get us. But I am perfectly content trading the messenger hawk body for that. I would love to kill the mechanist. Let's draw first. There's all his colors, presumably. If we play Hama, we have 2 waterbending mana left, and we need him to mill something. I guess we'll play the Callous Inspector out. Attack with Callous Inspector. See what goes down. So he can pump to be a 4/4. Okay, Fire Nation Warship won't do anything here on its own. We'll play Lung Feng. Earth Kingdom Jailer. Okay, so he'll grab Wong Feng. We have nothing to crew Fire Nation Warship with. And now I think we do need to trade Callous Inspector plus Azula Always Lies for these cards. He can't have Airbending Lesson. But he can have Yip Yip or Pillar Launch or Rocky Rebuke or Allies at Last. He has nothing, fortunately. We did see he didn't have anything previously when he was attacking into Messenger Hawk, Callous Inspector. We'll crack a clue. Okay, well, we can do this. And then tap down Robert Troop. Not great if he's got, like, Airbender's Reversal. But I presume he would have used something like that. And at the very least, it would put Airbender's Reversal in his graveyard for Hala. Yup, there it is. Still slows him down. Still burns a card. Alright, let's be greedy here. I would like to be greedy. Airbender's Reversal. We can grab, sure, but we can't play it on his turn while he's attacking in. We can't crew Fire Nation Warship anyways, so let's take 6 damage here. tap these two. Five, six. I think what we do is we play Katara and we hold up Lost Days. Okay. We can't pump the team at least. And Rubberoo Troop is the only thing attacking. Alright, he can draw back into this quicker. Assuming he doesn't have protection with the clue token. Essentially picking it up next turn. Actually puts it on the bottom, which makes sense because he's going to play Guru. And he whiffs, thankfully. Okay, we can play Fire Nation Drill and Fire Nation Warship in the same turn. Let's blow up Earth Kingdom Jailer. Get our Wong Feng back. Okay, Cat Gator is promising. Will heal us for 5. I'm tempted to tap Katara so that she grows. Is that greedy? Yes. The answer is yes. With Cat Gator and Hama in hand, I don't think we need to make a play like that. Okay, Desperation Land Draw is good. Also means that he's further away from double pumping with Water Tribe Captain. Double Hama. Alright, well let's start with Hama instead of Cat Gator then, because we can grab what? Airbending Lesson? What do we feel about... How do we feel about True Ancestry? Could bring back Hawk. I think it's safest to bounce. Um, let's chill out here. We can draw with Katara at his end step. We don't attack with anything. He'll airbend Guru back and play it this turn if he's got a land in hand. Okay, maybe we start pressing damage then, because we can hit him for a lot. We play Cat Gator here. One short of playing High Bay as well. Let's start and see if he has Octopus One. He does not. We can crew. For mucho damage here. Short of Destined Confrontation, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot here. And I don't believe Destined Confrontation is a lesson. Okay. Got to Guru last time. I would have loved Kyoshi Battlefan. I can't believe we didn't end up with any Kyoshi Battlefans. Do we want to add more early plays besides Callous Inspectors? Because Callous Inspectors and Corrupt Court Officials, I think this is one of our main weaknesses. We have 5 of our early drops are just 1/1 bodies. And we don't have Deadly Precision to make those bodies more relevant. Swamp Snare Trap would kill Earth Kingdom Soldier, Compassionate Healer, and his other guy. Maybe we do run 1 Swamp Snare Trap. We cut a Callous Inspector. Call it there. Alright, this is a nice little starting hand. 1, 2, 3. Some removal. Got 2 Kataras, 2 Hamas. And we can end up in slightly awkward situations because they're legendary. But if these legendary creatures are living, Hama less so, then I'm pretty happy, typically. Let's make him discard now before we give him a chance to just have leftover lands in hand. If he gets rid of a land here, it could potentially slow him down. And we'll go for a double block here, even though we know he has Airbending Lesson. If he gets us, you know, he gets us for a 1/1. And we do get a Cat Owl, actual playable out of that. I think this is a bluff block. Now that I'm talking about it. If he played 3 mana, then I don't think we would have blocked if he attacked with that going on. Well, let's play Swamp first. We got Cat Gator. Get one of our Kataras out. Now I think we'll actually block. Triple block. Either Compassionate Healer or Unlucky Cabbage Merchant. And that thing's totally fine. We could either remove it with Swamp Snare Trap, get Katara back or just play a new Katara. I think what we want to do, we haven't seen a pillar launcher octopus form from him, is we want to kill that with Swamp Snare Trap. Because if it still looks like we want to kill it, the legendary rule would apply. With one clue token, we can play a swamp, hold up Lost Days, or draw with Katara. Oh, and he can bring it back. Alright, alright, alright. Well. Okay, let's get fancy here. Let's attack with Katara. We have Lost Days to get him. I presume what he'll be doing is he'll be playing Earth Kingdom Jailer. He'll take Katara, attack with these guys. Won't have mana to turn Rebellious Captives into a 4/4. And then we... Oh. That is not what happened. Then I was going to say we eat a 2/2. And we get Katara back. Alright, let's draw then. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we play Barrels of Blasting Jelly. Threaten the same situation. If he gets another land, he can attack with Rebellious Captives. And hit us for 4/5. We'll do Lost Days, maybe preserve barrels for waterbending. He's really thinking about it. He does put him second from the top. Can we eat Rebellious Captives? We can. Hooray. That is really good for us. Glider Staff. Okay. And I think we'll actually play Katara from our hand, yeah. So that we can hold up Barrels of Blasting Jelly. Or draw. He can fly over us. So let's tap everything but 2 lands, and then we can also crack a clue. Okay, Cat Gator is gonna help. You take 2 damage here. I would have equipped Glider Staff if he's not going to do something with this 2 mana. Okay, we do need some action here. 5, 6, 7. Alright, I think the correct play here actually is blow up 5, 6, 7. Play Katara. Blow up rebellious captives. Before he earthbends. I guess no blocks. He did the thing, he equipped it. Five, 8, 9. We can do this and a 2-drop. Yeah, that looked crazy for a second. All right. Is it face? This might be wrong. Yeah, this, I mean, okay, let's attack. Okay. Had to cut forward, but end result is match 1 is a victory. Well played, took a long time to grind it out. We survived long enough to play Cat Gator, attack a few times to get lifelink, and took over. Next match will be against King Kong. This is keepable. Alright, let's do 2 swamps out. Play the Pox Bears for maximum damage. He has black land, so if he plays a Corrupt Court official, I guess we will play 1 island first. We can pretend that we're holding up Quench here. Porcupine. Yeah, we can sack a clue token this turn. If we chump. We'll sack the Pox Bears here. as the Callous Inspector will actually make a better target for counters if High Bay dies since it has Menace, and we keep the same amount of bodies, which is something we're going to care about when we're water bending with either Katara or Hama. Professor Zay has nothing to get back just yet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Attack with just High Bay, and we will sack. Oh, and 1. Ah. Maybe not. We don't get to make the clue token because that's a exile effect. This is fine. Here, what if we played Katara? He has combustion technique, so we can blow up Zay. Or can we? We have no lessons in the graveyard. Does it count his lessons or our lessons? I think our lessons. We're gonna have to search this. Your or opponent's cards in graveyard. Yeah, okay, so let's play Katara. Ladder bending Masson. Cleans that up pretty quickly. Alright, well, let's attack first. Then I think we do kill Zay. Can we? We don't have enough mana to kick it. So let's play Long Fang. And in case he has discard, we'll hold on to Swamp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we played this and got another land, we could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we'll play Messenger Hawk first. Alright, let's get Messenger Hawk out there so that we have a target if he kills our 3/3 token. Okay, I see. I think we just have to risk him discarding a card here. Because we can draw off the clue token if he does play the Corrupt Court Official. He's at 6 mana with Firebending right now, 7. Which is 2 away from casting that. I kind of like taking his Fire Nation attacks. And then he can't play it. Let's see if he trades for the Warble in here. He does. We should have attacked with this 3/3 as well. Professor Zay is doing work. He does opt to discard a card instead of replay, like Combustion Technique, and destroy one of our creatures. Five. We can play Merchant and Lost Days. To the bottom, that makes sense. Five. All right. We got Fire Nation attacks. We can blow up one of his 2/2s if he double blocks at 3/3. 3/6. All right. We're closing in, and we've done it. So he's got firebending stuff. Fire Nation attacks. X2. Cheap, efficient removal, Porcupine. Okay, we could bring in Swamp Snare Trap to kill his Professor Zay. He's going to be killing stuff, exiling it with Combustion Technique, but Ray, you're killing it with Firebending Lesson. Discarding cards. Discarding cards is going to be bad against him because he has those 2 Fire Nation attacks. Let's run a Swamp Snare Trap. I don't love it, but a Pirate Peddlers. Straight removal. This is good, but he actually put us on the play. This is better, but still a problem. the Fire Nation warship out in Katara. Can be crewed next turn to get a 1/1 token. I'm thinking we're safe from combustion technique and firebending lesson if we play our Fire Nation warship first. I don't think we need to kill the Porcupine yet. On the play, I think we are the beatdown so far. This is going to get it outside of firebending lesson and combustion tech. Well, not combustion technique, but lightning strike range. Alright, he has the double spell to kill us there, and we're going to be able to pull up Porcupine still. Power 4 or less. So it looks a little bit awkward because we don't get to play Hama and crew this turn, but any spell is going to put it outside of range of Fire Nation Drill, so. Let's just play our other equipment. Also adds more water bending mana for Hama. We can get Lightning Strike back and blow up Zay. What do we think of that? What do we think of that? There we go, maximum damage. Smack for big damage. Okay. We can still attack into that with Fire Nation Drill. That's why this card is stupid. Any 2-mana creature is gonna let us attack in with it. Alright, we play our land out. In case he kills it. Or we get clue tokens. Yikes. Oh. Alright, well. Yeah, let's try and draw something. Get us out of this mess. What do we even get rid of? Epic Downfall kills Ozai. And then 4/7 we want Cat Gator. Do we actually tap these? He's hellbent. Is to hit us for 4 here. But, I mean, we're potentially hitting him back for 6. Let's do the safe thing. Swamp Snare Trap, War Balloon. Three, 5. Crew the Merchant. Attack, Plague, Callous, Inspector. And now we just need to poke through 1 or 2 damage and finish him off with Cat Gator to face. We'll leave Callous Inspector back, I guess. In case he has haste and removal. Removal until like Ozai. I guess we still wouldn't die, right? Alright, we did it. Waterbending lesson was clutch there. It drew us 3 pieces of action. Removal for his War Balloon, removal for Ozai, and Cat Gator. Alright. The deck has a shot at it. Jiki the Collector will be our final match. Okie dokie, artichoke, as they say. 1, 2, 4 is an acceptable curve. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4 curve. Look at that. It's like a best of 1 curve. Do we play the Corrupt Court Official now, or wait until later? Let's wait until later. The advantage of doing it now is if he discards a land, it could slow him down. The advantage of doing it later is we can sack Foxbears and keep the same amount of creatures. If we are going to draw one of our 2 Hamas, we'll want as many bodies as possible for waterbending. Same thing with waterbending lesson. And here, attack with just the Callous Inspector. Play out our Hawk. Herbalist this early on is scary. Especially if he plays a card like Guru. Uh-oh. Does he have Beifong? Splashing black, red, green, black, blue? Yeah, he's got lessons. Guru would not surprise me. Toph, the red-green Toph, also would not be a surprise. Hiya. Let's attack with everything. Okay. I like sacking the Foxbears, like I said, because it keeps the same amount of bodies, and another benefit is we get to put counters on a Callous creature. A menace creature. In form of Callous, if he does get to live. This is going to be scary. Iroh Grand Lotus. We don't have any of our removal in hand. Discard's going to be bad, because he can replay stuff. He can replay Firebending Lesson and kill our stuff. Let's, I guess, crack a clue. First, see what we draw. Lost Days. That would slow him down. Okay. One of his last three has to go. Hopefully it's not a land. It is a land, unfortunately. High bay's too big to be blown up with Firebending Lesson now. It's possible we should have played Corrupt Court Official and sacked that instead of the other Callous Inspector. If he did end up trading, we could have put the counter on the Callous Inspector. I guess that wouldn't matter because he's got a 3-1, right? And the 2-1 could very easily become a 3-power creature if he just draws. I'm going to hope that most of his removal is going to be damage-based. And high bay is going to be a problem because green-red is going to have cards like Rocky Rebuke, Allies at Last, where he's doing 5 damage. I guess Allies at Last would blow us up. And now Rocky Rebuke would get us. And then red, damage-based, 3 damage with Lightning Strike, 2 with Firebending Lesson, or about there with what do you call it? Combustion Technique. He can do 5. We're sending that Saber-Tooth Moose-Lion back. He should probably crack a clue and blow up Messenger Hawk. The Firebending Lesson, yep. Wait, didn't he have a total of 3 mana? Maybe not. Alright, well, we get to swing for a lot of damage. At least. He's jumping. He's taking too much damage. Can we sack anything here? I think no. Five swamps. We're getting to a point where we can maybe finish him off with Cat Gator, even if he does clear our board. We can just poke in a bit more damage. Boomy Bash for 7. So we actually would have been out inside the range. He had it. Please don't. He can't cast this instant speed, right? He can Rocky Rebuke. At least we make a clue token. Iroh's played so many cards for him. He can Rocky Rebuke again. He probably won't. He'll leave our 1/1s, I bet. But if we can just poke through 1 more damage and get 1 more swamp, that's the Cat Gator victory, so we're not totally out of it yet. Barrels is a little too late. Will hold up Clue Crack. Play the barrels, try and blow up Iroh next turn. I have to take 5 here. Looks like we could have Quench with this mana, at least. And he's not rebuking our Callous Inspector. Got a lot of blockers. I think it's basically Cat Gator or bust. What about Fire Nation Drill? What about Fire Nation Drill? 7 mana, 8 mana. He's replaying Rebuke. One, two, three attackers. He hits us for 2 with the Herbalist. Callous Inspector is going to do 1 damage to us, though. Might have to be barrels. Blow up Iro. We'll play the land. I know we might want to discard with Waterbending Lesson, but I think it's going to be more important to have as much mana for as many plays as possible and to have a mana to crack the clue if Callous Inspector dies. I guess we start with Waterbending Lesson. We can afford it. Ooh, okay. Watery Grasp. Fire Nation Drill. We can't play both in the same turn. If we get rid of Azula Always Lies. Play Watery Grasp here. Drop Long Fang. And chill out. And I was wondering if maybe that block on Mai was a mistake. Like, maybe we can't play around him having stuff. He did have stuff, though. He would have killed us. He would have exhausted. So we were correct. If he realizes that we're going to take a damage from Callous Inspector dying, then I think he just swings out with all 3 creatures here. Six, 8, 4, 7, 9. We're 1 mana short of playing this stuff. I mean, let's try Corrupt Court Official. Let's see if we can get an actual playable. We can? Mai or the Herbalist? I think Mai. Right, Corrupt Court Officials, chump blocking Moose Lion. That's for sure. Do we want to shuffle his other Moose Lion into his deck? I don't think so. Leaves from the vine. Food token. It's gonna put us outside range of pulling him up with Cat Gator, and he's got another saber-toothed moose line. We can send 6 trample at him. He has 4 toughness. So he goes to 3. Hit him here for 2. Needs to block here. Smart, we lose a life. But we do make a clue token. And we can draw more cheaply than we can with Katara. We can potentially play what we draw. Alright, some action. Some action, please. It's not an extra body. It's gonna know we're tapped out anyway, so no reason to hold a land for bluff. We're dead though, right? He makes a 1/1. Were we dead if we didn't attack? Okay, well, he's got a bunch of expensive stuff, right? We can go under him. 3 saber-tooth moose lions? Right, he had 2 on the battlefield. Boomy Bash. Anything to kill his herbalist. We goodbye to the waterbending lesson. Goodbye to the corrupt court officials. Add a vindictive warden. Yo. If we win this game, we will add waterbending lesson back on the draw. This is great. A 2-drop. Any 2-drop. I am happy to see. Herbalist turn 2. My goodness. Alright, well. If he does tap, we'll slow him down with watery grass. Please don't blow up Katara. Alright, Ostrich Horse is acceptable. We can still attack into that. But he's not tapped with the herbalist. Alright, let's get outside the range of... He does have Beifong as well. Good stuff. This is rough. We added 2 swamp snare traps for the herbalist. We have a watery grasp if he would just tap the herbalist. But he's just sitting there, ready to cast something stupid like Iroh Grand Wiz. Okay. I have no problem racing. No, he can't afford it. Alright, well, we can cast Watery Grasp at least. But at this point, we might as well, like, Lost Days. He likes it, he puts it back on top. He's in S for 3, we're hitting him for 3. That's gonna be a problem. Alright, let's crack a clue, see what we draw. I guess we chill? Don't use Watery Grasp on that? We wait till he earthbends the land? Okay. So there's a turn where we were attacking because we felt like we need to beat him down because he's got so much late value, big expensive cards. Iroh Grand Lotus, the Beifong Bounty Hunters, but we took a lot of damage. I guess we send this back, right? Don't mind if he draws the land. I would like to draw off this clue this turn. I know we don't pump the hawk. Nah, we gotta chill. He does have Lightning Strike, so Callous Inspector dying is going to put us into the range of Lightning Strike. Saber-Tooth Moose-Lion. Okay. Alright, I don't think our cards lined up well enough to beat this guy. He does have a good deck. Just is a little wild with the splashiness. Herbalist turn 2 and 3 is hard to beat. Maybe in, best of 10, I think we do beat him more often than not. Because there's going to be games where he should be punished for playing these more powerful cards. I think he should be playing these cards. Just... Alright, we can at least have Merchant of Many Hats, High Bay, Sacrifice Loops. Potentially. If he attacks with Sabertooth Moose Line. He draws a card whenever he does that, though. So... Crew with these two? I mean, he probably has something. This is kind of dumb. I think we should have blocked with just the 5/5 and 4/4. Like, if he blows... Well, actually, if he blows up High Bay, we transfer the counters to something else. No, we're a genius. He blows up High Bay. We put the counters on Merchant. Or something else. We still trade. So 2, make a 6/6. 4/4. The Merchant would live as a 4/4. He's probably going to let Merchant live, right? Two Swamp Snare Traps to kill Knowledge Seeker at this point before it gets any bigger. Boomy Bash on the Hawk. Okay, he's scared even at 11. Yeah, let's play Katara. Let's Water Bend with her. Include token. And the Callous Inspectors are liabilities at 4 life. If we get a Cat Gator, we go back up to 9. And it's less of a big deal if they die. Giant Koi's gonna kill us next turn. We don't do something about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can't. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's tap. So we can't do anything about that. Let's crack it now. Yuck. That keeps us alive, right? Doesn't even kill Koi. This. And this. Then we Water Bend at the end of his turn. Three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we just need to tap one creature. not unwinnable. It's not unwinnable. It's gonna make it tougher, but we still can chump with Merchant of Many Hats. Rebellious Captives is gonna be a problem because of how many bodies it's gonna proffer. 4 or 5 is big enough to block stuff. Do we tap her yet? Three, 6, 7. I think we do, because then Cat Gator can be played. We draw it. We didn't need to tap that many islands. Okay, well, if he does a big attack here, we can maybe waterbend for a lot. We can waterbend with the Callous Inspectors, then the clues that they make. So probably draw 2 cards with Katara. Tap all these bad boys. And we draw him. Okay, epic downfall. And Schwamp Snare Trap. Do we cast that on Knowledge Seeker rather than the Herbalist? So 5 mana. I mean, we gotta do this, right? Let's start with that. Six, 5. Do we tap Katara here? Six mana left. Seven mana. We can bring back Merchant of Many Hats, but we cannot play him this turn. We can play Swamp Snare Trap. Fire Nation Drill. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we can do this. Blow up Herbalist? Or Ostrich Horse? like their herbalist. Then that will draw him a card, so let's shrink it. Okay, we are running low on time. We need to start playing faster. It's 3. We have 10 cards. What can we draw? Cat Gator. Cat Gator's pretty good. We're gonna wait until we have the maximum amount of 6. We'll do 8 damage. 3. Can we kill him this turn? Or 7. Okay, we can still play Cat Gator. Let's do this. Okay, okay. Yeah. 9 damage. Should be enough. Just needs to not draw, like, Quench off a clue token. Or Lightning Strike. Maybe we could have played Cat Gator pre-combat, and he'd be dead no matter what. Oh, this is tight. He's a 1 in 17 chance of killing us here. Okay. He has a 2 in 14 chance of killing us. 2 in 16. He doesn't have it. Excellent. Unless he's waiting for the trigger. Alright, woo! Yikes. Let's put Waterbending Lesson back in. Let's take Swamp Snare Trap out. And hope that he doesn't get his Herbalist, which seems he only has 1 copy of. Turn 2 or 3 again. Less than 9 minutes. Alright, play fast, play fast, play fast. Alright, opponent's taking a while, which I know is rich coming from us this game. So I will unpause once he makes his decision. Keepable. I don't love it. I don't love it. We can draw some playables that make it much more palatable. No! Turn 2 Herbalist. What is with this guy? We at least have a nice 2-3-4. 1-2-3-4 curve. 3 colors off the bat. This is nasty. No way to kill it yet, either. And we're just gonna have to take 2. At least he's not having to play a 4-drop this turn. We need to decide quick. We should have played Long Fang. That's big enough to block the Herbalist if he does attack with it. Beifong is going to be a Bay problem. That's not a very good pun. We're gonna have to take 3 here. We can't let him Earthbend 3. By Merchant of Many Hats. And gotta do stuff quick. Next turn we can blow up Beifong with barrels. Okay, so Messenger Rock becomes a 3-4. It's big enough to block Ostrich Horse. Does he have something they can pay? Yeah. Remove Ostrich Horse, you can. That's his first 7, that's rough. Even if we kill Beifong with barrels, he would just Earthbend. He'd be dead, so, I mean... 4, 7, 9. Guaranteed dead there. This game is over. Herbalist lets you do this nonsense. Play rares, kind of no matter what the color pair is. We didn't need to do this right now, but it also kind of doesn't matter. Might have actually been better to block the Herbalist there, but then we go to 1. Yeah, let's play Hama just to see what we would get. Maybe blow something up for a daily quest. 1, 2, 3 mana. Okay, good games. Tough to beat that last deck. So we'll take a 2-1. This deck was fun, but ultimately didn't get there. Rares, it was really just Fire Nation Drill and solid uncommons. So good games. We'll tuck our tail and see you next time.